Yo, what is up guys? It's the Goblin. Today what I have for you guys is the top 10 kill streaks in Call of Duty history. This should be a very good video in my top 10 series, but before I get into that, I just want to say thank you to everyone for 400,000 subscribers. I just hit 400,000 subscribers, and it's absolutely insane. I'll most likely be streaming tomorrow because I did 2 really long videos today, and I was busy working on those, but thank you guys so much for 400,000 subscribers. That's absolutely amazing, and if you guys could drop some likes and some support on tonight's video, because I know you guys like these top 10s. It takes me a while to come up with the ideas, get the list, put the list together, and try not to offend too many people with these lists, but I'd appreciate if you guys could all throw me down some likes on this thing. And once again, thank you guys for 400,000 subscribers. So this list is going to be the top 10 kill streaks in Call of Duty history. Now, I'm not going to include the kill streaks such as the Nuke, the Moab, the Chem Strike, because obviously those kill streaks are super dominant, and I think we could all agree the Nuke, it ends the game. Obviously, it's the #1 kill streak in Call of Duty history, but we're not going to be including those game ending or the nuclear, the Nuke, the Moab, those sort of kill streaks. These are all going to be mostly assault kill streaks, except for, one that is not really an assault kill streak, but you guys will see what I'm saying here. So let's get right into this top 10 list. But first off, let's start with the honorable mention. And the honorable mention, I have 2 kill streaks, and those are going to be the Wraith and the Raps from Call of Duty Black Ops 3. Now, the reason why I'm putting these on my honorable mention and not in the top list is because it is a bit too early to see how dominant these kill streaks are. They have been buffed, they have been changed a little bit, but in my opinion, I think the Raps are decently strong, but I think the Wraith is super overpowered if it is not shut down. If it's not shot down, I think the Wraith is easily as powerful as a Pavel or something like that. But one of the issues with Black Ops 3 is obviously that the people shoot down air support way too often, and that's why the Wraith is just an honorable mention for this top 10 list of the top 10 kill streaks ever in Call of Duty. So now, those are my honorable mention ones. We have 10 kill streaks here. I think I've ordered them pretty well, and I think we'll get right into this list. But first off, I want to say I want you guys to leave your favorite kill streaks in the comment section down below, and also don't be offended if you guys don't agree with my list or something like that. Once again, this is my opinion. I'm usually someone that likes to run go for these super high kill streaks. So if you're someone that really loves the lower streaks, like a care package Predator missile, this list probably won't relate to you as much. But this is me as a pub stomper, I guess you would say I am, going for big streaks. And let's get right into this list. Coming in at number 10, I have the Escort Drone from Call of Duty Black Ops 2. Now, this thing was severely underrated, and I didn't really use this thing that often because I was always busy running with the VSAT, the dogs, and the swarm. But every once in a while, I would swap out those dogs and throw in that Escort Drone, and this thing absolutely melts. It is very helpful for going for nuclears in Black Ops 2 for the simple fact that the Escort Drone would follow you around. That's the simple term, Escort Drone. And basically, this thing will get you a bunch of kills on any game modes where if you were a rusher rushing the spawn, the Escort Drone truly does what it's made to do, and it will follow you in there, it will rush with you and be able to get those kills. And that's why I'd say the Escort Drone is number 10 on my top 10 list. Definitely a very underrated one, simply because Black Ops 2 was a game that had a crap load of overpowered kill streaks, and that's the reason why this one got thrown a bit, or swept under the rug, I guess you could say, or thrown under the radar. That's my number 10 kill streak in Call of Duty history. Now, coming in at number 9, we have the Harrier Strike from MW2. Now, the Harrier Strike for MW2 might be one of the best bang for buck kill streaks ever. Might be the best bang for buck kill streak ever, for the simple fact this took 7 kills, 6 kills with hardline. Think about that, 6 kills with hardline. Nowadays in Black Ops 3, it takes gosh darn 15 kills to get a really good kill streak, or 13 kills for Raps or something like that. The Harrier took 6 kills with hardline, and this thing would absolutely melt if you called this thing over the right area. Basically what this was sort of an attack helicopter mixed with an airstrike sort of thing, and it was absolutely insane. This thing could patrol an area and get 10 kills on ground war or something like that, and easily get you on pace to get that nuke in Modern Warfare 2. I'm sure everyone that played Modern Warfare 2 knew that these things, everyone would run the Harriers, they would be spam up in the sky, and they would be killing anything in sight, and definitely the only way to avoid these was with Blind Eye or Cold Blooded or whatever the perk was, to stay off the mini-map, or not stay off the mini-map, but stay out of the way from kill streaks, because Harrier was absolutely melting people. Coming in at the number 8 spot, I believe it is, we have the Pavlo. Now, the Pavlo wasn't a few other Call of Duty. I think it was in MW3, but in MW2 is what I'm really talking about. The Pavlo in MW2, just like the Harrier, this one was 9 kills or 8 with hardline, and it absolutely stomped people as well. The Pavlo would just fly around, and you could hear this thing coming from a mile away. You could hear it, and it made everyone want to run into a building. I remember on free-for-all, I would usually run the UAV, the Harrier, and the Pavlo, and bada bing, bada boom. One set of kill streaks, and that MW2 lobby was basically mined for the taking. That was basically a guaranteed free-for-all win if you got one of these payloads, and a super overpowered kill streak. And back in MW2, back in the day, you know, these big kill streaks didn't take as many kills to get. That was also because it was based simply off of kills, not off of score streaks. Like if you're going for a Raps in Black Ops 3, it's not 13 kills technically, it's 1300 score. So if you get caps and stuff, that also helps you towards your streak. When back in the day, it was a simple set amount, 9 amount of kills, you get the payload, 7 you get the Harrier. That's why the payload comes in on this spot on the list. I think it is very good, and it definitely deserves the number 8 spot on the list. Coming in at number 7, we have the Loadstar from Black Ops 2. Another very, very powerful kill streak that was a bit underrated for the simple fact that Black Ops 2 had so many overpowered kill streaks. But I remember I would use the this thing with the Loadstar, Dogs, and Swarm. I mean, there's no such combo that gets you more kills in that thing, except maybe the Pavlo, Chopper Gun, or Harrier or something like that. That's what this combo was so deadly. The Loadstar was basically like that Reaper from MW3, except super more powerful. You would get up in that thing and you could just rain down on people. I remember this thing at the start of Black Ops 2. A lot of people would run this, and then eventually got outclassed, and through all the nerfs and stuff like that, got basically outclassed by the Swarm, Dogs, and VSAT combo. But this thing was very good and definitely deserved a spot on the list. The Loadstar, if anyone remembers the Loadstar from Meltdown or from Turbine, it was absolute destruction. That's why it deserves this spot on the list. Coming in at number 6, we have the Gunship from Black Ops 1. Now this one is sort of, I was debating whether or not to put this on the list for the simple fact that this kill streak is absolutely ridiculous. You fly it around yourself. You get to pick where the gunship goes. So basically, you're never going to have that moment where your chopper gunner driver is dumb and is driving you off the map when they're all spawning right in front of you. You're just going to camp right above their spawn on Nuketown and just destroy them. But the thing with this is that it was actually glitched in Ground War. In Ground War, half the time you would call this thing in, it would fly around crazy and you wouldn't be able to control it at all. And that's what basically made me not use this too much, because I was a big Ground War player in Black Ops 1. But for those 6v6 players, or the players that like playing, you know, 6v6 on Nuketown or spawn trapping or whatever, this thing was absolutely amazing because you could just camp it, park it right on top of their spawn, and just rain down them. Now, it did take a lot of kills to get, but what do you expect from a gunship that you can control? It had missiles, I believe. It had, you know, your normal chopper gunner action, and that's why this thing deserves that number 6 spot on the list. Coming in at number 5, we have the Dogs from Black Ops 2. Black Ops 1 as well, but Black Ops 2 mainly. Dogs have been around in Call of Duty for a long time. They kind of, I was hoping they'd make a comeback into Black Ops 3, but the Dogs were really replaced with the Raps. I guess you could say the Raps are sort of the same thing, just in futuristic form. The Dogs are just a kill streak that the enemies can't run from. They can't shoot down Dogs. You have to shoot them with a gun, and having Dogs rushing the enemies while your swarm is up is just, that is the 1-2 combo. That's the wombo combo right there. If the enemies try to go inside, or they try to look up to shoot down your air support, you know, the Dogs are going to be rushing them. If they try to go inside, the Dogs will kill them. If they try to go outside, the Swarm will kill them and they spawn. And there's basically no defense against that. Dogs were always a good counter for people that like to shoot down air support, because you actually have to use your gun to take down the Dogs. And that's why this kill streak was really awesome. Now with the Raps in Black Ops 3, you can just shoot down the Raps plane right out of the sky. That's something that really gave it a huge nerf, because it's not like you could shoot down a plane that drops the Dogs. The Dogs just came running in from outside of the map. That's why this is number 5 on my list. Coming in at number 4, we have the AC-130 from MW2. Now, the AC-130 is absolutely insane at MW2. This thing, oh my god, when you call this thing in, you have all the missiles. And this thing, I like it because it's a kill streak that really did take some skill to use. Now, you didn't have to be a gosh darn AC-130 pilot in real life to use this, but it did take a bit of skill to use the AC-130, because you had to choose the big missile, middle missile, small missile, and then the little pea shooter gun, and you had to go through them as their cooldowns were coming up. And it basically did take some skill to use the AC-130. Obviously a huge destruction thing in MW2. Coming in at number 3, the Chopper Gunner from MW2. The Chopper Gunner and AC-130 were both on the same kills level, which basically meant that you couldn't run them both together, which was good, because running these both together, as the developers probably knew, would be pure chaos and pure destruction, and that's why they did that. Now, the Chopper Gunner was also very good in Black Ops 1, but mostly I'm talking about the one in MW2 right here. Absolute destruction, and this thing would basically, if you got this Chopper Gunner and the enemies didn't shoot you down, it was a guaranteed nuke. Literally, I've gotten 30 or 40 kills in one Chopper Gunner on Afghan. That map was insane for this thing, as well as many other maps on MW2. That's why Chopper Gunner is coming in at the number 3 spot. Now, to the top 2 kill streaks in Call of Duty history. Coming in at number 2, the Swarm. Now, the Swarm is probably the best lethal kill streak ever. It will get you the most amount of kills. I mean, maybe the chopper gun will get you more kills, but the Swarm is one that you don't even have to operate. You just call in the Swarm and the dogs, and you can run around and get gun kills while it's doing that for your nuclear. Definitely, I like kill streaks that you don't have to, you know, operate yourself, that are just automatic, and that's why I definitely put this as the number 2 kill streak. The Swarm is definitely crazy, guaranteed basically about 5 to 10 kills, and it just comboed with the dogs, an insane amount of kills. One set of streaks is like 30 kills in Black Ops 2. Coming at the number 1 spot is the Blackbird, the VSAT, or the Hater. It's called different names in different Call of Duty, but basically what it is the VSAT from Black Ops 2. If you're a Black Ops 3 player only, it's called the Hater now. It's a bit less powerful, but it was probably the most powerful back in Black Ops 2 or Black Ops 1 as the Blackbird or the VSAT. This thing was absolutely insane. It shows you every enemy on the minimap, the direction that they're aiming, everything like that. That's what it shows you on the minimap. Talk about overpowered. This thing is amazing. There's no way to shoot it down back in the older Call of Duties, and definitely the number 1 kill streak, because this thing would let you get those nuclears, would let you get any kill streaks that you need. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you guys did make it to the end of this best kill streaks video, comment MW2 down in the comment section down below. Also, please drop a like on this thing if you guys are still watching to the end. I'd really appreciate that. Subscribe if you're new, and that's about it. Thanks for watching, and I'm out. Peace.